The third type of security policy that we can build in Acrobat is called a hosted security solution. And you have two options here, and I'll point them out. I'll select Manage Security Policies. And I alluded to these before. These are the organizational policies that are created and hosted on a server somewhere. Acrobat can access that server. Let me show you how they're created. I'll click New, and this time I'll choose Use the Adobe Lifecycle Policy Server. When I click Next, I'm actually going to leave Acrobat because it redirects me over to this thing called the Adobe Lifecycle Policy Server. And let me explain for a brief moment what this is. This is not a part of Acrobat, nor is this a free service that Adobe provides. This is actually a software product that Adobe sells that you can install onto a server, and you can access it from within Acrobat. But it's worth discussing because it has an implication for how you can secure PDF files right within Acrobat. If you have a policy server installed, as I do here, I can create a policy for my organization that people from within Acrobat can then access. To create a policy, I'll select New, and the reason I'm working through a web browser is because I'm communicating with the server through the web browser to produce this policy. Name the policy, and I'm just giving it a goofy new name so that it will be apparent that I've done so. We'll give it a description. But the reason the policy server is worth the time spent discussing it, even though it's not actually built into Acrobat, is because I want you to understand the added security that you can take advantage of with it. You can, for example, time a document out. You can actually make it so that the document is only available between two specific dates. Plus, when you've secured a document with the policy server, you can actually revoke the rights to that document by simply coming in to the policy on the server and changing it. When you apply an Adobe Policy Server policy to a PDF, that PDF actually has to call this server and ask for permission to open. I'm going to hit Cancel, and I'm actually going to return to Acrobat, and I'll click Finish. One of the new things Adobe is doing with Acrobat 8 is providing a hosted version of the policy server that you can take advantage of without having to purchase the policy server technology. So I'll close the Manage Security Policies dialog box, and under the Secure Task button, there is Use Adobe Online Services. Now, when you go to this website, you can sign in for a trial account and start working with it. I'm not going to take those steps here, but I want to point it out because it's a way to take the security concept to the next level without having to invest in the policy server, which you may decide to do, but at least you can go that route. I don't want you to think that I'm trying to advertise for the policy server. What I want you to understand is that there are varying levels of security that you can apply to a PDF file, ranging all the way from pretty high trust but pretty secure password-driven security to certificate-based security, which takes it another step further, and you can increase the security of that by using a GeoTrust or a VeriSign type certificate, all the way up to the Adobe Policy Server solution, which locks a document, requires it to call home to a server to ask permission to open. It can be set so that it can only open for a certain number of days, and the rights to that document can be revoked. That is the full spate of the security options that Adobe Acrobat allows you with respect to protecting a document.